Welcome to Nest for Code, the place where code nourishes. We are in 30 days coding challenge. Let's see day 13 problem. Compute average for multiple students and subjects. Okay, so we have to compute. Okay, let's move on to the problem statement. So we have to write a program and which calculate the marks for different subjects based on the marks given for the students. Okay, there are 4 students and 5 subjects. Marks for subjects for one student will be separated by comma. Okay, for one student the marks are separated by comma, but marks for different subjects, sorry, the marks for different students will be separated by semicolon. Okay, so for one student the marks per subject will be separated by comma, but for different students the marks are separated by semicolon. Okay, student 1 marks 1, student 1 marks 2, like this. Okay, and then after semicolon we just is like student 2, 3, 4, like this. So we have 4 students and 5 marks. Okay, marks will be in number out of total 100. Okay, marks are out of 100 and output can be in decimal with precision to 2, and we have to calculate average marks per subject, not per student. Okay guys, so these are few input output set which are given to us. Okay, and we have to print the average marks per subject. Okay guys, yeah, so yeah, okay, and I will suggest you, right, if you have not gone through the string, like we'll be using the concepts of string part 2 session here. So if you have not gone through the sessions, I'll recommend you to go through the session first. You can also find the link for the session in the description below, and also right now it's showing as the top right corner. Okay guys, so let's move on to the solution part for this. So our program will primarily consist of input, logic, and output, right? So in input what we'll be getting? We'll getting the one string, right? Let's see if we want to print something to the user. No, it's just an input. So we'll just say marks, something like marks all, right? Or marks, something like this, and we'll say input. It will get it in a form of a string. So guys, here what we are getting? We are getting in the, what is the format? Student 1 marks 1, comma, student 2 marks 2, comma, like this, right? And after this there is a semicolon, student, sorry, this is student 1 marks 2. Yeah, after this there is a student 2 marks 1, right? Student 2 marks 2, like this, right? So guys, once we split it based on, like, so we will be using the concept of split here. So once we split it based on semicolon, what we'll get? We'll get like this, right? Student 2 marks, right? And similarly we'll get student 3 marks, all the marks for student 3, and similarly we'll get the student 4 marks. So guys, we can do this with loops also, but yeah, we know, right, we know these are only, how many students are there? We have only 4 students and 5 subjects, so we can do this without loop also. So we don't require for loop here, because we know there are defined 4 students and 5 subjects. If the number of students were more and we were also taking this number of students as input or subjects also as input, it would have been better to do it with loops, but yeah, now we can do it just with the string concepts. Okay guys, so yeah, so now we know, right, and these marks will go till 5, 3, 4, 5, like this, right? Okay, so we'll split the marks based on marks students. We'll just name this variable, say marks student, right, and marks all, right? So we'll split this based on the first delimiter, like we need to split. So guys, normally, right, for any input or problem when there are can be multiple delimiters, so we should know which delimiter to go first. So here we know, right, first we want to separate out the marks for different students, so we'll split it based on semicolon, right? First we'll split it based on semicolon, then we'll get the marks for each student, right? And what it will be like? Okay, so like here the marks student at 0th index will store the marks as student 1, and the 1 index will store the marks for student 2, like this. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll say marks student 1. So these will be the all the marks for student 1. So we know, right, if we want to get the marks of a student, we can just go to this mark student. We go to 0th index, right? This will be the marks of student 1 and we'll split it based on comma. So now this will be a list of all the marks for student 1, right? Similarly, when we want to get the marks, all the marks for student 2, we know that in the main, in this, the marks of the student 2 will be stored at index 1 and we will split it based on again comma, right? Now we'll get the marks for student 2, right? Similarly, we can get the marks for student 3. They will be stored at index 2, and similarly we can get the marks for student 4 and they will be stored at index 3, right? So now we have all the marks of the student. So these are the marks of a student 1, these are the marks of student 2, these are the marks of student 3, and these are the marks of student 4. But we want to get the marks per subject, average we want per subject. So what we can do here is, we know that for this list at 0th index all the marks will be for subject 1, right, for all the list. Similarly, at index 1 there will be marks of all the students for the subject 2, like this, right? So what we can do, we can just say marks, right? We just say average and we'll say object subject 1, right? So what we can do here, we can just go to marks student 1. From student 1, the marks for subject 1 will be stored at index 0, right? Similarly, we'll go to student 2, right? And we know the marks for the student subject 1 will be stored at index 0, and similarly we'll get the marks for subject 1 for student 3, right? And similarly we can get the marks of the student 4, right? So now we have get the marks of all the students. So guys, one thing here to understand, because now we are getting all these marks here and we are doing some integer operation, right? So we need to convert all of them to int, because whatever we read, it's in the form of string. So we need to have here data conversion from string to integer, and we need to do individually for all the marks, right? And like this. So we'll do it for all. And because we want to compute average, so guys, what would be the average? So it's a marks for 4 students. So we can just divide it by 4, right? So it's a 4 students, right? So we'll divide it by 4. So this is how we got a marks for a subject, average for subject 1. Okay. Now let's go for the subject 2, right? Subject 2 will also be similar, but the marks for subject 2 will be stored at index 1 for all the student, right? So this is how we'll get the, and from all the students at index 1 we'll get the marks for subject 2, right? And it will be always also average, and like we are doing data conversion similar to for this also. Okay, let's do it for subject 3 also, right? And it will be stored at index 2 here, right? We have to do it for student 4 also. Okay guys, similarly we will do it for subject 4 also, right? Average marks. Average marks will be stored, for subject 4 they will be stored in index 3 for each student. Okay guys, and what will the output? And output will show the average marks for each students. And guys, whenever you have a confusion that how it's going on, right, you can just try to print these between things also, so you'll get a better picture. Okay, let's see something about the output part, like if you want to match the output part. Okay, it's like subject 1 average, subject 2 average, like this we have to do it. Okay guys, so we have total 5 subjects, so I think we have to do for one more, right? Okay, so we'll add one more for subject 5 also, and subject 5 will be stored at index 4. So we'll just make it a index 4. Right? Okay, now let's move on to the output part. Print. In print will print subject 1 average, right? And what will print here? Average subject 1, right? Similarly, we'll print it for subject 2, right? And this will be also subject 2 average. And we will go for subject 3 also, 4 also, 5 also, right? So this will be subject 3 average, right? We change the variable also. It is subject 4 average. We'll change the variable also, and it is subject 5 average, and we'll change the variable also, right? So now we are done with our input, logic part and output part, right? So I just explain it again. Like we split, we separate out the marks for each student, right? So we got this thing, and after this we separate out the marks for a student separately also. So once we split it based on comma, what we get something like this. At 0th index it's a student marks 1, at 1 index it's student marks 2, and like this we'll get it's marks 3, marks 4, marks 5, like this. So for each student, the subject marks for subject 1 at index 0, for subject 2 at index 1, for subject 3 at index 2, for subject 4 at index 3, and this will be our subject 5. Okay guys, so I think we're good here. So, okay, let's try out our program for the given input output sample, right? So marks which are given here, right? It's 37, 56, 66, 77, 100. Okay guys, so we got the marks for first case. Okay, so let's put it here, right? So these are the marks for first test case, right, which is given as input. And let's try to run this. Oh, I think somewhere it failed. List index out of bound. So I think something maybe we did wrong in the input. So just check if the input is correct. Are we having the marks for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we missed one marks. What is it? It's 55, 55, 63, 65, 87. 55, 55, 63, 65, 87. So I think we missed something. It's 63, 65, 87. Okay, now let's try this. Okay, we got output as 45, 45.0, 57.25, 45.0, 57.25, 66.25, 66.25, 74.25, 93.25. Okay, so guys, this is working as expected for first test case. So we'll try our program for second case also, right? And what would be the second case? So now let's see the input part for the second case. Okay, we'll just copy this input part here, right? And let's try to run our program for second case, right? So this is our second case. Let's execute this and let's see what is the output which is coming. It's coming as 45.25, 59.5, 45.29, sorry, 45.25, 59.5, that's matching, 66.25, 74.5, 66.25, 74.5, and 93.25. Yeah guys, so I think it's working as expected. The few changes that we can do, maybe we can club all, right? So I think this is a decent, right? If you want to make few changes, one thing can be, right, we can go for loops, but yeah, I think because we have a definite set of students and numbers, so it's good to do this way also. Okay guys, so try this on your own also. Yeah guys, don't forget to hit the like button and also add your comments and share it with the friends also, right, so they can also try out these problems. And don't miss out to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss all these awesome videos. Thank you guys, stay tuned.